And this guy literally is teaching me how to become a better trader every single day. I mean, I was looking up to him before I even got to meet him. And then now meeting him, like he was saying, he's got a whole different, he's got very similar strategies than what we have going on, but he's very good at his risk levels and then knowing when to size up and then taking advantage of that stuff. So big shout out to Jack here. And one of like the coolest things about him here is we actually were able to catch a trade, pretty much the same trade that we were eyeing down. We were both eyeing down this trade together, and it was awesome that we actually were able to do it together on the same day. So let's dive into ILUS, guys. And it will actually show you guys what we were looking for in ILUS. Now, when Jack hit me up that he was going to be here on Tuesday and that we were actually going to trade in the morning, one of the first things I reached out to him and said was ILUS panic dip buy on the watch, and he said right to point 10, baby. And then, dude, that's exactly what happened. But for those of you guys that want to check it out, at the beginning of every week on Sunday, and then I think it might be beneficial for you just to check out now that you have another trader, is I do this on every Sunday, and every Sunday is going to be a list of stocks that are interesting that we think that could make us money for the next week, as well as options. But here we have ILUS panic dip buy is the first one, exactly down to 10. And then what's cool is we have Humble too that ended up working out, but that one's a little harder. But still, so ILUS is on there. So something you want to check out is that watch this every day. Now, what we're looking for on that watch list is a panic dip buy down to 10 cents. So I'm going to let Jack talk more about this because you guys hear me talk about day trading all the time. So let's kind of dive into what you kind of were looking at here in ILUS.
Yeah, so ILUS, I've mentioned it a little bit. They had what was it, an Instagram reel yesterday where I kind of talked about the trade like right after I got
very good.
in.
Go check us out. All right, snipers. It looks like we got ourselves a stock ILUS first screen day. Panic, actually, possible first screen day. And we're watching a big listed stock that everybody knows about, Facebook. But what's even better is we got a GOAT in the building and our boy Jack.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Jack and the dog came to trade with us for the day. So we are all in ILUS together. Continue our day. Make sure to watch us, follow us throughout the day because we're actually going to head to the golf course. And as we're on the golf course, we're going to be watching these things to hope that they actually make the move back up. So hopefully we can get these moves back up, but we do feel comfortable about the spots that we have in both of them. All the other stocks in the middle are bullshit. Jack, how we feeling about ILUS?
I like it.
Let's see how his screens are looking over here.
So here's the daily chart on ILUS. It made a big move from 5 cents all the way up to 50, and now it's been in a big downtrend since like 37.
And if you're very familiar with key numbers or half numbers, 0.10 or 10 cents is a very key number, and we've been seeing a lot of stocks bounce off key numbers like CYBL, which actually bounced off a penny.
Wow, I forgot about this one, yeah.
Yeah, it bounced off a penny. Doesn't look like a lot, but it bounced about 40%. So if ILUS bounced 40%, it would bring it to about 14 cents. And it wouldn't look like a big move on the chart, but that's a 40% move. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Maybe we will swing it depending on how it closes, but right now we got our risk intact in the high 9s and the low 10s. Bigger picture, ILUS was basically nothing. 2 years ago, it was really trading a sub penny. Let me see if I can pull up the chart from 2 years ago, 3 years. Let's see.
Oh my God, it was nothing. My bad.
It actually was nothing, and it started. It's an acquisition company, so it started running last February. It actually had huge volume, the biggest volume day, which was nuts, and people just basically held on because they really liked the company. And I know a lot of OTC pumpers that really believe in this company really, really well, and that means that when it dips, people are gonna buy the dips because the pumpers are not selling, and they keep telling everybody to keep buying and buying and buying.
I didn't think about that.
So ILUS, it actually started this run in September, and I had a few really good trades on it. I bought the breakout. The best trade on it was this breakout over the multi-day and the
multi-year, right?
Yeah,
I think we played that one too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so it was a perfect breakout over 20 cents, and I had it from like a 21 cent average, and I sold it into 40 cents.
You held that?
Yeah, I held it.
No way.
Yeah.
All both days?
Yep.
Holy shit. That's the thing that kind of max out. I actually am starting to realize, which I'm going to practice a lot on my own and with Nick and the snipers as well. But Jack is really, really good at noticing that he's got a good spot and that as long as he's got good size there, that he's in control of this trade and he's going to let it actually get the most out of it. That's kind of what he's telling me. You got to get the most out of your trades. You're getting into good trades, but you got to get the most out of it. And that's kind of what this is. From 20 to 40, that's crazy.
Like Mike, he has really good ideas. Like if you've seen like his weekly watch list, like I said, really good at teaching like how to turn like a couple hundred into
I gotta level it up now.
A few thousand, but it's just really like what you want to do with it. But anyway, that's just like a backstory of ILUS. And then it started getting really choppy up here. And I was trying to buy this breakout and I actually lost a bunch on the stock in this range where it was faking the breakout like a bunch. And that's what happens sometimes. But it just ended up stuffing at 50 cents. And really the key thing was to wait for one of these daily candles to close green. But for me, I wanted to absolutely nail it with like mega size. And I wanted to get in early so I was able to average into a winner. But unfortunately, I messed up that trade. And it's come down for a while now. And I was kind of watching it because it's been downtrending since 38 cents. And it came all the way down to 10 cents. And if you know 10 cents, 1 cent, $1, $10, $100, they are major psychological levels. And knowing that the stock is down so much, I thought that it had a good chance to bounce. And, the stock snipers agreed with me. And it gave me even more conviction.
It was very nice. Yeah, it was nice to the morning there.
Because I know that they also have really good ideas. What happened was in the morning, I did share my execution chart on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys saw, I did end up buying some at the morning because it looked like it was going to spike right here. But I ended up selling it once it broke below this low. Like I sold as much as I could down here. So I took a really small, like $2,000 loss. But then once it came down here and then it turned again and retook 10, I bought it back again right here. And then as it held this higher low, I knew that I could risk this low a day. And I had a really tight risk to reward ratio here. And then as it started thinning up on volume, as you can see, the volume was really quite heavy in the morning. But then after 9:37, the volume really lightened up. And for me, if the volume lightens up, you can tell that the stock, there isn't as many sellers. And with ILUS, I know that, it's good for identifying bottoms, like a lot of heavy volume. But once that volume kind of dissipates, it almost is going to go up or just not really do much because there's no more really sellers. So it's just all of a matter of our buyers going to come in. And
dude, it was crazy. Now, before he kind of moves on, guys, I'll kind of put my 2 cents in. That was the crazy part that actually really helped me out. Like he was saying, he had the confidence a little bit from us, which I love that. And I had the confidence from him because of that. And that was something I actually don't really do. So if you guys ever traded with Jack, he's not even the biggest chart guy. Jackson a level 2 guy. The guy's just looking at numbers the whole time. I'm like, what the fuck? This dude's just talking numbers pretty much. Like if you look at his screen, half of it's numbers and the other half is charts. If you look at my screen, I'm looking all charts. So maybe that's something I'm doing wrong, but it was a great thing to be able to see that. And what he's looking at is volume. He's really noticing, just like he told you guys, all the volume happened in this morning for the first couple 5 minutes. After that, like he's saying, it's just light volume. So these dips are really just light dips, and you're just waiting for buyers to come in, right? That's what you're doing.
And one other thing that like I mentioned was, let's see if I can get a 3-day chart so I can show the downtrend. 3-day, 1 minute here. Oh yeah. So here's the downtrend, and I was kind of telling Mike and Nick like, hey, like kind of look at this downtrend.
Yeah.
Like the line's still here, and I was like, once it kind of breaks above like this line here, I think like it's gonna start trending up.
That's when Sniper Nick somehow grabbed it.
That's when Sniper Nick grabbed
effortlessly.
Grabbed it effortlessly.
While we were stressing for like an hour.
Yes. So he grabbed it somewhere in here when it broke the trend line, and at this point, like I had also gotten some ads like somewhere in here, so I had quite the sizable position because I knew that I would only be able to get size in the morning volume, and then I would just kind of have to hold and scale my size out. So I ended up buying like 1 million shares from 10.3-ish, and I knew that my risk would be if it goes back below 10, I can cut into 10 and below 10. So I'd probably lose like 5, 6, 7 grand with slippage, something like that. And my upside was I wanted to see it go to 13 or 14 cents because of CYBL. And I use this example because this is also a stock that ran with ILUS, and as you can see, like it bounced off a penny right here perfectly, and it bounced all the way up to a little bit over 1.4. So using that kind of same idea, I got into ILUS at 10 cents, 10.3, and I was like, all right, I would kind of like to see it go to 13 or 14. And what also made the trade even better was around this time, the company actually released a press release. And that's what CYBL, ILUS, and a few of these other stocks are really good at.
They're
really good at pumping and pumping at the right times. And that's what's key is they released the press release around, I don't know the exact time. Someone can find it in chat, but it was around here or here, and the press release came out.
And guys, what he means by that is this company literally has a news article that they probably had for days, and they're just waiting to release it, and then boom, it's like perfect timing. They know the patterns almost we're looking at. They know the momentum shift, so they're almost doing this as well with us.
Yeah, they probably loaded up here in the morning volume as well, and
in a way, with what we're trying to do, guys, is we know there's scammers out there in this OTC markets. Like, not every OTC stock's going to make it to that next level. We know there's scammers, but if you can actually find out how they're scamming people and then jump on that and take advantage of that move, you don't have to get scammed. You can actually just be a part of it and kind of just take advantage. And that's really what's going on right here.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the stock trended up and it really started losing volume here, and I was really confident. I was like, this trade's going to work. And once it broke over the high of the day here,
that was
around 11 cents, it just was a straight trend all the way to 13.
That was your last entry to the jackpot, to the casino.
Yeah, that was the last entry you could have taken. And I see like you could have taken many entries.
Oh, good shit, Jack. Shut up on the right day, dude. That's what I'm freaking talking about. We gotta get our, what's it called? Take the money.
About 15K on ILUS.
What is it? Bitcoin? Nice. Let's go, baby. Is it really? Film his phone. Boom. Hold on. There you go. Fire. Nice. Good job. Good shit, boy. Go, Jack. And there we are. And that is the official $1,000 bag on ILUS. Slam.
Fuck yeah, man.